Samana belong to Jaina and Buddhist. The word Samana used by Jaina religion and the Buddhist. Samana or Sramana. Sanskrit we say Sramana. Pali, Samana. Samana means those who have renounced worldly life. Now you are Samanas, not Brahman. So you Brahmanang va Samanang. Anyang vapi Vanibbaka. And there were so many other groups, ascetics, who renounced their worldly life and wandering here and there and devoted and dedicated their life to do some religious service or to practice certain religious vows or rites and rituals and whatever manner. So the Buddha's advice is here, yo brahmanang va samanang va anyang vapi vanibbakam. Any of these. Musavadena vancheti. Deceive by telling lies. This can become the cause of the downfall. And here, the Buddha did not discriminate the other religious priests. He regarded and accommodated them as holy people. That is what other religionists cannot do. The Buddha said, don't disturb or don't deceive or don't bluff, don't swindle. Priests belong to any religion. So no discrimination. So when we preach today, our advice also, respect all the other religious teachers or priests belong to any religion. This is the Buddhist attitude. Don't show your sour face towards them. Don't ridicule them. Because they too practice a religion. Whether right or wrong, that is a different matter. It is up to them. You have to respect the religion. Not necessary to follow them. Respect. And don't disturb them. Some others may say, if you go and kill them, the God bless you. Because they do not follow your religion. Buddhism says, don't disturb, don't bluff them, respect them. Buddhist attitude. That is the important thing you have to learn from here. If you do this, this can become the cause of your downfall. Now, simple. Yo brahmanang va samanang va anyang vapi vanibbakam musavadena vancheti tang parabhava. Parabhava means downfall. Mukhang, cause, become the cause of the downfall. Next one. The man who owns much property, who has gold and food, but alone enjoys his delicacies, this is the cause of one's downfall. Simple. easy to understand. What is the Buddha saying? Bahut vitto puriso sahiranyo sabhojano eko bhunjati sadhuni tang para bhavato mukha. Bahut vitta means wealth. Those who got lot of wealth and property. Bahut vitto puriso. A man who got lot of property. And sahiranyo sabhojano, who got gold and diamond and all the valuable things also. That means very rich. Eko bhunjati. Eko means alone. Bhunjati, enjoy. He enjoys alone. Not alone, with his wife and children also. By disregarding others, without contributing anything for the welfare of others. That means he is very selfish, stingy. He doesn't want to contribute anything, although he got more than enough. Some people say, so why should we give to others? Our hard-earned money and property, it is our property. Let them also go and work, and we are not responsible for them. So if we develop this attitude, we never get the chance to reduce our selfishness and reduce our craving and never contribute for the welfare of others. And what is the purpose of our life? Did I tell you? What is the purpose of our life? Did you read that booklet, The Purpose of Life? So far I have written more than 40 booklets on various subjects like this. The purpose of life. You did not read. Can you tell me something? What is the purpose of life? Is there any purpose? What is that? To enjoy. Yes, that is what many people say. Whenever a young man or young lady dies, others say, what a pity. Poor man had no chance to enjoy his life. Now that means they think the purpose of life is enjoyment. And what is this enjoyment that they talk about? In the name of enjoyment, they start a big fight. Throughout their life, they fight in the battlefield for the sake of enjoyment. Then all the other evil forces, jealousy, grudge and hatred and anger, cruelty also appear in the mind because of this enjoyment. This is the nature of this kama loka. All those living beings who exist in this kama loka face this problem. What is the meaning of kama loka? A sensual world. This is kama loka. The whole universe divided into three lokas, three worlds. What are those three? What are those three? Devaloka. Namaloka. Kamaloka, Rupaloka, Arupaloka. Three world system. The Buddha has seen it. But others have not seen even the real nature of Kamaloka, even one world system. They could not go beyond that. They talk about heaven, but do not know where it is. They say above, that's all. So how many worlds belong to Kamaloka? How many? 9? Yes. Devaloka also belong to Kamaloka, where they experience pleasure, sensual pleasure. Animals and some other living beings also who experience these things belong to Kamaloka. And certain Brahma Loka also belong to same group, not only Devaloka. Not all. Then the Brahma world divided into two again. Rupaloka, Arupaloka. Do you know that? Sittamisa kayanati bambalova sataraki Sittanati vamakaya hati bambatalayaki. This is the way how they explain. Sitta ati vamakaya hati bambatalayaki. Sitta missa kaya neti bambalova sataraki. The mind exists without any visible physical body. Mind means mental energy, consciousness, mental faculties exist. But there is no any visible physical body. And they are free from all their physical burdens. Now the big problem is our physical body. To look after, to attend, to support, we work for that. But they are free from this. But that is not permanent. Can spend long period. There will be an end to it. That is one world system. There is another one. Sitta neti vama kaya eti bamba talaya. Another world system. Brahma world. Body exists without, that day also I told, somebody told that there is no consciousness. It is not consciousness. The body exists without perception. What is perception? Sanya. Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana, 4 mental faculties. Among those 4, Sanya is not there. Only this faculty, mental faculty. They have reduced this one to their meditation when they were here. So their feeling, sensation, perception not like ours. They have more time to relax, to avoid so many problems. Perception or the mental object we grasp through our senses, but they can maintain their mind without grasping such mental objects into their minds. Then full freedom is there in the mind. Our problem is we can see so many things, create temptation or disturbance. We can hear so many sound and voices, sweet as well as very irritable feeling because of the sound vibration. Certain smell, very nice, very soothing. Certain things cannot tolerate, we have to close the nose. Certain taste, like durian, we close the nose and eat durian. Enjoy the taste and cannot tolerate the smell. At the beginning. Later, that smell also becomes very sweet smell. Because your nose is used to it. For a newcomer, they run away. First time, when I was about 20 years old, I think, somebody brought one durian in Sri Lanka to our temple. He ran away from the dining room. I could not tolerate, the smell is horrible, just like dead rats. Now, nice. Because used to it. After coming here, very nice. And remember, this is the nature of any kinds of immoral or evil things also. At the beginning, we get a shock. But later, having seen and experiencing, become very common. So, pleasant and unpleasant smell and the taste disturb the mind. Again, feeling, the sensation. Now when you catch a pussycat and petting like this, both enjoy. You also enjoy and the cat also enjoys the touching this pussycat. Again, when you get one durian and hold like this, how do you feel? Now see the difference, the sensation, the feeling. You hold certain things and enjoy, experience, comfort and very soothing sensation. When you touch certain things, you get hurt and you hate. Again, certain mental disturbances suddenly irritate our mind. At the same time, we create castles in the air, enjoy, creating very wonderful things. Enjoy, create mental image and enjoy. That is called illusion. So all these 6 channels disturb the purity of the mind. And they are free from this. But the other mental faculties are functioning. Because they have their karmic sanskaras, consciousness, and after experiencing this peace, again rebirth takes place. Now that is called This is the way how we divide the whole universe into three worlds. Kamaloka, Rupaloka, Arupaloka. So in the Kamaloka, sensual world, all these problems, fights, killing, because of the crazy attitude towards pleasure. Now animals, dogs and cats and birds fight, bite, because of the pleasure. Human beings also fight because of this pleasure. But above this mundane or Kamaloka, those who exist there, they do not fight like us, because they have reduced that crazy attitude towards pleasure. And Brahmas, different stages, some of them have reduced the craving for certain things, one or two senses, either eyes or nose or ears or mouth or body. It depends on their meditation. According to their objects that they have taken for their meditation, how they have subdued, controlled these senses through their meditation. Then the rebirth also takes place in one of the Brahma realms, and there they experience more calmness than the others, because they have reduced, they have controlled one or two senses there. Here, I don't know how I got into this trouble now. Huh? You were talking just now. What is the subject? Pahutavitto Puriso. Pahutavitto Puriso Sahiranyo Sabhojano Eko Bhunjati Sadhuni. Eko Bhunjati. He enjoyed alone the purpose of life. That is how I went on developing and developing and developing, then developed into three world system. Still I didn't give the answer, correct answer to the question, because you didn't say anything. What is the purpose? Come up. Now then remember this saying. Paratha charyaya satang hi jivana. This is the purpose. If there is any purpose. What is that? Paratha-charya. Cannot understand, isn't it? Paratha-charya means to do some service to others. That is the purpose of life. Do you know the real meaning of it? When we serve others, we serve ourselves. Without serving others, we cannot serve ourselves. That is the idea. And there are various ways for us to serve others. not only by providing material things or food and clothing and this and that. There are so many other things for us to serve others. If we can educate others, it is a service. If we can change the mind of irreligious people to become religious, means bad people to become good people, it is a service. If you can relieve others' suffering from sicknesses, worries, fear, insecurity, it is a service. If you cannot do anything, at least you can go and talk to others nicely. You can console them. You can give them confidence. Then they can forget their worries. It is a service. Service does not mean you must go and work very hard, or you must spend so much. It's not that. There are, within your means, your capacity, there are various ways that you can do some. So if you neglect this attitude, there is no purpose in your life. Because in return, you cultivate the good qualities in your life to find out your final goal. By praying or worshipping, you won't get it. Without doing some service to others, they have to tolerate so many things which we cannot tolerate. Patience, understand. Develop their kindness and compassion. Sacrifice, contributed everything for the welfare of others. Then, by doing this kind of service, they have cultivated themselves. Otherwise, there is no cultivation or development in their life. Now you can understand how we serve ourselves by serving others. On the other hand, the happiness that we experience by serving others, we cannot gain by gaining some material things. Understand? Supposing a sick man or old man who is neglected by everybody, you go and give your full support to get rid of his sickness. Now you can see he is healthy, he is active. The happiness that you experience having seen remain forever in your mind. That happiness you cannot experience for a long period by gaining material things. Or another person who is suffering from severe pain, and you go and do something to relieve this, to get rid of this suffering, then you gain happiness. That happiness is called merit. Do you know the meaning of merit? We always talk about merits, but do not know the real meaning of merits. You think this is some sort of current, like electric current, come from outside and affect you. What is merit? Can you tell me? Now, when you do good deeds, we believe we gain merits, isn't it? Now, what is this merit? Cultivation of what? Paddy. What is this merit? The Pali word for merit is called punya. Kusala, another word. Kusala means, real meaning of kusala is skillful. The direct translation of kusala, skillful. But we introduce this word merit. It does not give the real meaning. The thing that we have done wisely, systematically, that is called kusala, a skillful act. Wisely and systematically, in useful manner. A skillful means that. Not the talent. A skill gives another meaning, our talent. A skillful man, not in that sense. But the other word is more meaningful, punya. There are many places where the Buddha has used this word, punya. In Dhammapada, when you read, you can see punyante puriso kaira, kaira te tang punam punam, punyang te puriso kaira. Punya, or the merit, or the good deeds, we have to do puna puna. What is the meaning of puna puna? Again and again, again and again. Not once or twice, not enough. Whenever there is any chance, do some punya or kusala kamma. Punyante puriso kaira. Why? Then the reason, again the Buddha gives in another discourse. Punyani paralokasmi patittha honti panina. Punya, or the kusala kamma, or the meritorious deeds, is the only one, only method that which helped us paralokasmi. What is that? In the next world, in the next birth, all the other things that we have accumulated, we drop here, we cannot carry. But punyani paralokasmi, the punya, the merit, help support us in the next life. See, the Buddha always used this word, punya. Again he says, punyang chorehi duhara. All your property, your name, your fames and your titles, everything may fade away or destroyed by others. Fire can destroy your property. Flood can destroy your property. Governments can destroy your property. Robbers can destroy your property. There is no guarantee that they can destroy. Here again, punyang chore duhara. The punya, the merits that you have collected, accumulated, no one can destroy. Fire also cannot destroy. Flood also cannot. Government also cannot destroy. Robbers also cannot take you. Always follow you wherever you go. Other things do not follow you wherever you go. But punya follow you like your shadow. Chaya anugamini. Chaya means shadow. Anugamini, follow. Wherever you go, your punya also follow. Not only punya, your bad karma also follow. Two persons follow behind. One devil and one deva. Wherever you go, there is a devil also behind you. And deva also. Deva is the merit, devil is the bad karma. Both. So still I did not tell you the meaning of punya, isn't it? Merit. What does it mean? So learn it today. This is the definition. Chittang punatiti punya. Definition. By doing something, if we can gain happiness, that happiness is called merit. You may do a lot of good deeds, later you do not know how to experience happiness. You lose. The happiness you can maintain throughout your life. Right, then you can ask this question. By shooting birds, observing how they drop and die, you enjoy, create wonderful happiness, isn't it? Now this is what is your answer. That is also happiness to that man. To him it is very important. So what is your answer? I have given the meaning and interpretation earlier. I think you have forgotten. Pleasure, yes, and there is a difference between pleasure and happiness. But I have given very clear explanation. 3 reasons. Can you remember? Let us repeat. Somanassa sagatang jnana sampayuttang asankharikam. These 3 factors must be there in your mind. Then it will become a real merit, real punya, real kusalakam. So shooting birds and hurting others you may enjoy. That cannot become punya or kusalakam or merit. Why? So somanassa sagatan. There must be some sort of purity in your mind when you do this work. Purity means mind must be free from cruelty, anger, selfishness. You may do a lot of deeds by maintaining either selfishness, cruelty or anger in your mind. There is no purity. Again, jnana sampayutta. That means clear understanding. Why we should do this, why we should not do this, that understanding. What kind of services we can render towards others, that is called understanding. Am I going to waste my valuable time and property by contributing? Or whether it is worthwhile, meaningful, that understanding must be there. Not only for the namesake. Then, last one I told you, asankarika. The idea of doing that must be your own idea. If idea is given by another person for you to do that, you cannot enjoy fully, complete effect. Because you have not created the idea in your mind, but given by others. But if you have created this idea in your mind, I must do this, then completed. So all the three factors here. The mind must be pure. There must be clear understanding why we should do this. And idea must be your own idea. Now then, punya, the happiness for doing this kind of good deed. It is a mental current. This mental energy remains in the mind as long as we live. That is why the Buddha says, punyani paralokasmi. Even after our death, also, this kind of punya or the merit support us. The man who owns much property, who has gold and food and alone enjoy, that one. The purpose of life, not to enjoy, that's right. Not to indulge our own senses, but to contribute something for the happiness of others, welfare of others, benefit of others, then the purpose of life is there. The next one, the man who prides in birth or wealth or clan and despises his own kinsmen, this is the cause of one's downfall. Jati thaddo, dhana thaddo, gutta thaddo chayo naro, sanyatin atimanyeti, tangpara bhavato mukha. See? This is another problem. Jati Tad, Dhanatad, Gottatad, the three attitudes here. Especially in India at that time, this was a very big problem. The caste distinction, discrimination. So the Buddha had to point out the weakness of this attitude. Many people maintain some sort of pride in their mind, or we are belong to this high class. We are higher than the others. Either race or caste or class or color. We take one of these, then condemn the others and think we are higher than them. Or we are belong to high class, royal class, Brahmin class. Maintain their pride and condemn the others. Again, race. We are Chinese. Very big nation in the whole world. Therefore, we are higher than the others. That is pride. Indian. It's a big country, ancient culture, philosophy. The Buddha also produced by us. We are higher than the others. Others are not that intelligent. Then Europeans, they say, we are the ones who discover science and technology. You have learned everything from us. Therefore we are higher than you people. And the Japanese say, we are more advanced in electronics than anybody else in this world. We are higher than the others. Then again in Africa and India and certain other countries, dark people. And white and yellow people condemn dark people. Oh, see, dark fellows. So ugly, so dirty, dark. Dark fellows hate these fellows, white and yellow. You know, in Uganda, Africa, there was a leader, political head. His name was Kenyatta. He died a few years ago. He has said, you know, Christian Western missionaries came to our country and they have drawn the picture of devil in dark color and God in white color. So that means they want to introduce all the dark people are devils and good people are white. Whenever we get the chance, what we do, we draw the devil in white color and the God in dark color. See the discrimination they maintain. So this is, we never think the color, dark or white or yellow, appear in different parts of the world according to the sun. Sun is responsible for this, for their survival. Otherwise they have to suffer from very peculiar kind of sicknesses. So that color is important for their survival in that particular area on this earth. We never think in that way. So, whatever it may be, class or caste or color or race, taking one of them, we maintain some sort of pride in our mind. Jatithaddo, Dhanathaddo, Guttathaddo, Trayunaro, Sanyati, Atimanya. Ati means more. Manya means pride. Always maintain some sort of pride. If those who maintain this attitude, one day have to suffer, become the cause of the downfall of that attitude. That's what Dalai Lama has said. When I meet another man, I never think whether he is dark or white or yellow. I never think. Such idea never appeared in my mind. Again, I never think whether he is a Chinese or Japanese or Tibetan or European. I never think whether he is a Christian or Buddhist or Hindus or Muslim. I feel that I met another member of my human family. So one day we have to develop our feeling up to that. If we want to get rid of all these problems. No more discrimination. So this discrimination indicates the immaturity of our mind. There is no maturity. Ittidutto suradutto akkadutto tayonaro laddhang vinaseti tang para bhavato mukham. There are three here. Ittidutto, suradutto, akkadutto. Three things here. Dutta means addicted. Addicted to istri. Itti, istri. Addicted to women. Then suradutta, addicted to drinking or drugs or drinks, intoxicant. Akkadutta, addicted to gambling. Then what will happen? One who is addicted to one of these three things, laddhang vinaseti, whatever he gain, he lose. That we have to spend or lose. Laddhang vinaseti. Vinaseti means destroy, disappear. How much they have to spend. See, all the human weaknesses the Buddha has pointed out. Yes. So not to become slaves to women, and on the other hand, women also should not become slaves to men. Both sides, both ways. Ittidutta, suradutta, akkadutta. Women, drinking and gambling. Then becomes the cause of downfall, understood. The Buddhist attitude. All these things I have written in that new book, With the Mankind, in simple language, without following the translation. In simple language I have written there. Sehidarehi asantutto vesya supadissati dissati paradaresu tampara bhavatu. This is another. When the government wanted to introduce this new marriage law, they discussed with us. Because the government wanted to find out religious views from different religions, Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, marriage law. So they asked whether a Buddhist can keep more than one wife. Now, Christianity directly one wife. Never encourage second wife. Because cannot divorce. Islam is up to 4. Anytime can divorce, anytime can get married again. That freedom is there. They try to influence others also to become Muslim because of this. There was one young Thai monk in PJ temple. He used to come here to study. So one day when he was coming by a taxi driver was a Malay. He was asking about his religion. Then he started to tell him whether you can get married or not. He said, no, very difficult to get married. It is not that we don't, it is a law. But those who don't like that way of life, choose this life. Otherwise, it is not a religious law. And this man started to tell him, why do you want to suffer like this? If you become a Muslim, you can have 4 wives, do you know? The way, they know how to create temptation. It is clear. Now, what is the Buddhist attitude? I want to find out from you. Whether Buddhists can have more than one wife or not. Yes. Yes or no? Yes. In which way? What? Then how to keep so many? What? Oh, ask them not to fight. Ask them not to fight. How to live in harmony when there are so many? They fight. Why he is expert on this? There must be something, something hidden secret, Yes. What is the opinion from the elders? One wife or many? The Buddha, as a prince, was a married man, he was a father, was a husband, but he had so many hundreds of mistresses. The Buddha, of course, he was not the Buddha at that time. Because his father arranged everything to create more and more temptation in his mind not to renounce the world. That is the reason. Even then he could not satisfy with that way of life. And those days, we don't know even The Buddha's father, King Suddhodana, it is not recorded anywhere. How many wives he had, nobody knows. That is their way of life at that time. So what is the final decision now? One or no? Oh, is another answer. Either one, if not, nothing. This is a new discovery. What do you? No. What sort of responsibility? What sort of responsibility? Oh, that is, of course, understood. It is understood. But Hinduism gives freedom for a man to have any number of wives until he produces a son. Understand? The first wife produced only daughters. He is at liberty to have another wife to get a son. His second wife also, then the third one. What is the reason? So their belief is, after their death, after father's death, son is the only one who can release him from suffering. That means who can transfer the merits to that departed father. Daughters cannot do that. That is their law. That means in the Indian society there was no place for women. That was the attitude. In fact, long ago, they believed that women have no soul, only man. Animals and women have no soul, only man. So if a woman or the wife is obedient to her husband, when husband goes to heaven, she can use husband's passport. But he is not entitled to get a passport. This is the way how they have regarded women at that time. The Buddha had a big battle with those people to give this freedom to women. Anyway, here, this is the answer given by the Buddha. Sehi dyarehi santutto vesya supadissati dissati paradari tang parabhavato mukha. A married man who cannot satisfy with his own wife, sehi dyarehi asantutto vesya supadissati, then he goes to other women. Tang para bhavato mukhan, that will become the cause of his downfall. But it is not a law. Buddha never introduced religious law. This is a warning for you to understand that man will be in hot soup, in hell, We know how they suffer, how they bluff, how they cheat, keeping secretly and every day telling lies. One day, at midnight, about 1 o'clock,